On Sunday, Arab and Islamic countries celebrate the first day of Id Al-Adha, also known as the Feast of the Lamb. This celebration is characterized by the sacrifice of animals such as cows, sheep, or lambs, whose meat is offered in sacrifice to God and part of it is distributed to the population. However, this year it cannot be celebrated in Gaza due to Israel's genocidal operation unleashed there. Our TeleSUR correspondent, Huda Hegazi, has the details.
Tomorrow, the Arab and Islamic countries celebrate the first day of Id Al-Adha, also called the Feast of the Lamb, a celebration in which an animal is slaughtered, whether a calf, a cow, a sheep, as an offering to God, and also to have its meats distributed to the poor people, among the poor. No. And also to distribute its meat amongst the poor. But this year, here in the Gaza Strip, this celebration and these religious acts cannot be performed because since the beginning of this war, no livestock has entered the Gaza Strip. And right now, I am in one of the farms that previously, every year, was full of cattle. And this year, you can see that literally there's barely any cattle left. A few sheep, goats, and very few cows or even cows. In previous years, these farms were full of livestock, but this year, however, there's only a few cattle left, and the animals that you see were here already by the start of the war. As the man running this farm tells us, since the start of the war, no new livestock has entered the Gaza Strip. And the amount of cattle here represents only 2% of what was found in previous years. The price of meat has increased 20 times. Before the war, you could find a kilo of meat for $5. Now it's more than $25 per kilo. That's why very few animals are slaughtered these days, because the people in Gaza cannot afford to buy meat at such prices. Now we will talk to the owner of the farm so that he may describe what the slaughtering season this year would look like, considering that no livestock has come into the Gaza Strip since the Israeli war began. Hi, I'd like you to tell me what's the atmosphere for this festivity, whether there is enough cattle to be slaughtered.
This year there are no animals for slaughter. The percentage of livestock is minimal compared to the siege and the closing of the borders. Why no livestock has entered for slaughter? The prices have also risen a lot, almost 5 or 10 to the previous year, and therefore people can no longer afford to buy them.
As the owner of the farm has told us, this year there's no festive atmosphere. There will be no slaughtering or distribution of meat. So the people in Gaza will be the first to resent this, because many poor people are counting on this day to get some meat to feed their children and their families. This year they won't be able to get such portion of meat because of the Israeli war that has been going on for over 9 consecutive months here in the Gaza Strip.